In today's program, we are revealing distance learning secrets as well as 50 highest paying online degrees you can quickly complete that are affordable and respected, start anytime, accept financial aid, are accredited nationally, and are recognized by employers globally. Whether you're trying to find a new job, get a promotion, or excel in a new career, you can use web-powered education to achieve your career development goals. Studying online gives you more flexibility as you can fit your work schedule and your hobbies around your coursework more easily and have access to a wider catalog of courses. Besides, you can choose the learning environment that works best for your needs, be it your local gym, the cafe around the street, the local library, your bedroom, your study, or in the nearest park. Studying online is also cheaper because you pay nothing for housing or transportation. Let's delve now into the latest list of 50 highest paying online degrees. Stay tuned. Welcome back, folks, to Sweetie Kiwi, the world's largest and most popular infotainment show. I hope you are doing fantastic because I am doing marvelous. If you are doing marvelous and you are just loving this kind of content, please go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. Today I want to talk to you about, the 50 highest paying online degrees you can quickly complete. This is fantastic, right? Can you imagine in the comfort of your own home, you can complete a degree and get a high paying job? I'm talking 50, 70, 80, 100, $150,000 a year by having a degree in a field that is highly sought after. This is fantastic. We are going to go right into the nitty gritty right now. Now, before I do that, I want to give a shout out to our millions of fans, listeners, and viewers all over the United States and in the entire world. Particularly, I want to acknowledge right now Neymar Bentley in Saunderstown, and that is Rhode Island. Vanessa Thomas, she is in Providence, Rhode Island. And Brian Singleton in Newport, Rhode Island. We love you. Thank you so much for the support. Now, welcome to our compilation of the top 50 online degrees leading to the highest paying jobs. These degrees are affordable and respected. They start anytime, and most importantly, they are accredited nationally and recognized by employers globally. We have derived the job data from industry reports, including information from the U.S. Department of Labor's Bureau of Labor Statistics, as well as consolidated research from LinkedIn, Glassdoor, and Monster. We looked at occupations with the highest and fastest job market growth rates. In addition, we investigated online degree programs that students should pursue and complete quickly. Understandably, most of the top jobs here are in healthcare, business, finance, criminal justice, technology, and education. These fields are currently experiencing competitive shifts and periods of rapid change, and all have a shortage of qualified professionals. Please note that jobs listed in this compilation are not in alphabetical order. Now, let's jump right into it. Number one, web designers. Now, web designers, everybody knows this is a very, we live in an era of, online commerce, web design. So if you want to learn how to create appealing, captivating websites that, are very responsive, in other words, they work very well on mobile devices, on tablets, on desktop computers, on the whole 9 yards. You want to choose web design. Now, web design is very important because in this kind of program, if you enroll online, you will study everything from security fundamentals, design techniques, usability, scripting languages, all that kind of stuff, right? And you also learn how to develop content strategies and how to optimize a website for a search engine. So SEO will be part of your degree if you want to embark on that field. And web designers, actually, the average salary, as of the date of this show in 2019, was $82,000 per year, and the growth rate in the industry is 29%. This is fantastic, right? So this is our number one job. Number two, accountants and auditors. This is another field that has seen phenomenal growth in the last 5 years. Now, accountants and auditors are also, they are needed by both individuals and businesses. This is why it is a field that never dies, right? So, of course, when it comes to, fiscal accountants, they are very busy during tax season, right? But all year long, accountants perform a lot of tasks, right? From bookkeeping to compilation to financial analysis. They really are always busy. Auditors are also very busy. So the thing is that if you want to get into the accounting field, try to get your degree, but also start thinking about getting a licensing. So thinking about having a certification like the Certified Public Accountant, the CPA. So this will help you get more money in the long run, right? Now, if you want to, you can also work for the government, for example, if that's your ideal path. So you can certainly work for the SEC and other accounting organizations out there. So the growth rate for accountants and auditors is 10%, and the average salary is $75,000. Not bad at all. Now let's move on to number three, registered nurses. Now the thing here is that a lot of there are more and more in the last 5 years in the United States and Canada, more and more healthcare agencies, especially those freelance agencies, are relying on RNs. Those are registered nurses to fill a lot of occupational gaps in the industry. So they usually want an RN to have a bachelor's degree or higher. So the thing is that the higher the degree you have, you are really increasing your chances of getting a good job, a high paying job. So basically RNs do a lot of work, right? They intervene in the assessment and treatment of patients, right, with a variety of medical issues. They basically work in hospitals. Usually they work in doctor's office, in clinics, in home health agencies. They work in the whole gamut of health facilities. There are some RNs who are even employed by big pharma. So the thing here is that registered nurses, it has been shown, have a faster job growth rate than LPNs. The LPNs are the licensed practical nurses. We'll talk about them too. So in the last 5 years, the salary also has been, the RN salary has gone up. So if you are considering pursuing an RN occupation, this is the right time for you, because the growth rate is 14.8% and the average salary is $78,000. Not bad at all. Now, number 4, occupational therapist, right? So what does an occupational therapist do? An occupational therapist works with people who need assistance performing daily tasks, and this is due to either a disability or an injury. So an occupational therapist will come in and usually go to the patient's house, or the patient will go to the occupational therapist office, and what he or she does is that help the patient with activities such as writing, bathing, eating. So what an occupational therapist, the plan is that they will write a plan, they will create a plan for the patient after the first rounds of assessments. And what he or she will do is that he will have built-in goals. All right. So occupational therapists work in various places, including schools, hospitals, private practices, research labs, and so on and so forth. So you can the thing with occupational therapists is that it's better to have a master's degree. If you have a master's degree in occupational therapy, your paycheck will thank you. And the growth rate in the industry is 24%, and the average salary here is $88,000 per year. $88,000, not bad at all, not bad. Now, number 5, general and operations managers. another great job, another well-paid job that you want to consider. Now, if you have a degree in operations management, you are getting into a very interesting role. You're going to help coordinate all critical operations that go on within an organization. Now, it is a high-level position, although you can still get in and acquire experience over time. So the thing here is that as an operational manager, you are able to implement organizational policies. You are able to enforce them. So the task covers the whole gamut, from financial to human resources to operations to logistics. All of these things will fall under the purview of a general and operations manager. Now, if you want to get into this role, you want to have at least a bachelor's degree, right? And if you want to increase your clout in the industry, but also your clout within the company, you might want to think about getting a certification, so a professional designation. So something like CM, certified manager. This could add a lot of status to your resume. Now, the growth rate in the industry is 9.1%, and the average salary is $110,000 per year. We will be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to Sweetie Kiwi, the world's largest infotainment show. I'm very happy to talk to you today. We are continuing our review of the 50 highest paying degrees that lead to jobs, right? So basically, the idea here is that if you do any of these degrees, you are securing your financial future with a well-paid job in an industry that is growing. This is very important. Number 6, financial managers. Now, financial managers have a critical role. They have one of the most pivotal role in any company, right? Or even any organization. It could be a nonprofit or a for-profit business. They basically, financial managers play an important role. Now, they are responsible for many things, including the fiscal and financial health of the business. So as a financial manager, you will be required to oversee all the monetary, all the pecuniary aspects of a company, and you'll have to generate timely financial reports, including fiscal reports, right? The thing here is that you have to be very good with numbers. You have to be able to communicate all financial issues to senior management, to department heads, and also to regulators, right? This is very important. So you have to be very comfortable. You have to have an understanding of accounting and also be able to generate profit projections, pro forma performance reports, and that kind of stuff. Now, as a financial manager, you can grow quickly if you have a bachelor's degree in finance or accounting, right? And the thing here is that not long ago, actually, the U.S. News and World Report ranks financial managers as having one of the top 4 business jobs in America. This is very great. Now, the growth rate is there too. So the growth rate is 18.7%. And the average salary of a financial manager is $135,000 per year. Not bad at all. Now, number 7, medical and health services manager. Another great job, another great job in a high growth area. Now, if you have a degree in medical and health services management, what you do is you are really embarking on a role that will ultimately lead you to assume leadership role in a healthcare facility. It could be in a hospital, it could be in a research lab, a clinic, and the list goes on, right? Now, the thing is that as a medical and health service manager, you can oversee a specific department, or you can have oversight over the entire healthcare facility, right? So basically, you have to understand that if you take a degree, an online degree in medical and health services management, you will have to study things like accounting, healthcare laws, medical ethics, human resources, and budgeting, right? And the thing is that healthcare managers are generally top executives or medium level executives within a facility. So this is the well-paid job. It's well-paid job. Now, the growth rate here is 20%, and the average salary is $99,000. Number 8, market research analyst. Now, market research analysts do a lot of stuff to improve the bottom line of a company, right? So they review data, they do research, they survey customers and prospects. All of those things allow the company to generate more revenue and grow over time, right? Because the company needs to gather intel on the market to be able to sell, better better goods and services. Also sort of adjust its business model and make sure that it is adaptive. So an analyst generally provides feedback on what is driving people to purchase a good or service, and by doing that, it helps the company define the target market for the business. So for in this role, generally, if you have a bachelor's degree, you are good. If you want to get a bachelor's degree as an entry level professional, this is perfectly doable. Now, if you have a marketing or business background, it is better for you if you want to get into the market research. If you want to enroll into a bachelor's degree program in markets research, all right. And the good thing is that the job growth is there over the next 10 years. Job growth is expected to be 23%, and the average salary is $68,000. $68,000. Job number 9, fire science professionals. Now, this is another critical job category here, right? Because if you think about it, a fire inspector or a fire prevention specialist, they do a lot of stuff, and they are responsible for reducing hazard risk in homes and businesses, right? In addition to that, they sometimes coordinate also fire prevention programs, right? Now, the thing is that if you take a fire inspector, for example, he or she has to make sure that a structure, right, is meeting both local, state, and federal fire codes. So we have, he or she provides certainty and assurance at 3 levels. This is what people call in the industry triple assurance. So, he or she has to say, listen, this is legit, everything is fine at the federal, state, and local level. Now, prevention specialists also do things like they look at outdoor areas to see if those areas do not pose a fire risk, right? Now, in terms of online degrees, for open positions, companies are okay with an associate degree or bachelor's degree, right? If you have a background as a firefighter, this is even better, right? So the growth rate here is huge. So in the next 10 years, the growth rate is 27%. The average salary is $42,000 per year. Let's move on to number 10. Number 10, teachers and instructors. Now, the thing is that, education is just a field that is constantly in evolution, right? And the thing is, a lot of people want to flock in. And the good thing is that there are a lot of benefits in education, one of which is that you have the same schedule as students with holidays and summer off. And you also have the chance to interact with people, to pass on knowledge, to share, to instill, values and knowledge in the next generation. This is very great. Now, for if you want to get an online degree in teaching or instruction, it's better to have a bachelor's degree. Now, you can even go to the PhD level, right? I think there is a Doctor of Education, the DE. Education Doctor, ED. It's how they call it, and this is very, very, very preferable for those who want to teach at a higher level. So, if you want to teach at the elementary and secondary level, you only need a bachelor's or a master's degree. But if you want to become a collegiate professor, you will need a doctoral degree, right? So the thing here is that a lot of teachers want to have tenure, right? So sometimes you would see that job growth rate doesn't necessarily demonstrate a lot of movement because people want to have tenure, right? Of course, a lot of people who get into this field do not pursue it for monetary expectation, with high monetary expectations, because it's more like a vocation. It's more like a, something that people like. Like I said, the inclination to pass on knowledge, to help people, to shape moral values, this type of stuff. And the growth rate in the industry is 9.9%, and the average salary is $59,000. 59. We will be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to Sweetie Kiwi Show. I'm very happy to have you here. I hope you are enjoying the show so far. We are the world's largest infotainment show, and we just like to drop very positive, very relevant the content like this one. If you like so far what you've been hearing, please consider subscribing to our channel. Hit the bell notification, the notification bell, so you are kept in the loop whenever we drop a new show. We do this every single day, rain or shine. And we will also appreciate it if you can if you can smash the like button, share this content with people, anybody who might be interested in taking an online degree and to be able to advance in their career. Comment below, tell us your experience about online education. If you have taken classes online before, if you have obtained a degree online, how the experience was for you, let us know. We would really appreciate it. Let's move on. So before we move on, we want to give a big shout out to Brian Eaton, and he is in Lake City, South Carolina. Thank you, Brian. We love you. We appreciate the support, the encouragement. Mariana James in Charlestown, South Carolina. We really appreciate you. Also, we bless you and your family. Charles Ayers, Columbia, South Carolina. Thank you, Charlie. Really appreciate it. For Chuck, Mariana, and Brian, thank you so much for being there, for supporting us. The Sweetie Kiwi Show loves its millions of listeners and fans and viewers. Thank you so much. Now, job number 11, licensed practical and licensed vocational nurses. So you have the LVNs and the LPNs. Now, this is also licensed practical nurses and licensed vocational nurses perform similar duties, right, despite their different job titles. So the thing here is that it's just a state thing. So in Texas and California, an LPN is called an LVN. Now in the other 48 states, the term LPN is used. So it's just the same thing. And what they do is, an LPN or LVN performs typically, healthcare duties such as, dressing the wounds, the patient wounds, assisting the patient with feeding, starting IVs, and check vital signs, right? So the thing is that there are seriously a lot of growth in the industry, and there are many online accredited schools that offer nursing programs, and the thing is that those programs last an average of 18 to 24 months. All right. Now, of course, once an LPN is done with schooling, she in most cases, although we also have male LPNs, but he or she must sit for a certification exam. All right. Now, an LPN usually works under an RN, a registered nurse, but the thing is that an LPN sometimes also oversees nursing assistants and also orderlies. Now, the growth rate is 12.3% with an average salary of $48,500 per year. Physical therapist. Now, the thing is that a physical therapist, it usually works with healthcare professionals. They work in tandem, and the healthcare professional will typically refer patients to physical therapists because, especially when the patients have been bruised by trauma or injury, because physical therapists help improve physical issues caused by trauma or injuries. The thing is that a therapist will plan out a patient's rehab program as a way to improve things like strength, vigor, stamina, mobility, or to decrease discomfort. So a lot of online degrees that you need to get before you enter the physical therapist field, usually it's happening at the bachelor's or graduate levels. All right. The thing here is that some physical therapists even wants to have a PhD degree, so you can have that if that's what you want. There is something called Doctor of Physical Therapy, and this is the DPT. Now, when you receive a DPT, you can either complete a residency or a fellowship program prior to starting your career. But usually you can get, if you have the master's degree or even the bachelor's degree with some kind of a related experience, you are good to go. Now, the growth rate here in this industry is huge, 28%. Average salary, $92,000 per dollars. $92,000 per year. Okay, can I have some water, please? I think, yes, thank you. So, number 13, job number 13, medical assistant. Medical assistant, really, this is another critical part of the healthcare industry, right? So you have to understand here, we have a demographic shift in the United States and Canada, right? So you have the baby boomer generation that is gradually entering retirement age. So what's happening here is that healthcare facilities are getting busier than ever, right? Those who were born in 1945, they're becoming 65 and 65 and older. They have healthcare problems, all this kind of stuff. So medical assistants are very, very helpful because they provide ancillary work. They help the physicians, right? So they do everything from filing insurance forms to preparing lab reports to handling insurance referrals, appointments, and records, this kind of stuff. So basically, the thing is that a medical office will expect applicants to have an online associate degree in medical assistance. But one thing that can help you is, if you want to grow faster, you want to make more money in this field, it's better to obtain your CMA. A CMA stands for Certified Medical Assistant. If you become a CMA, in addition to getting an associate degree, you can increase your chances of getting a job faster with a high paying salary. So the growth rate in the industry is 29%, and the average salary is $45,000 per year. Not bad. Job number 14, software developer. Now the thing is, we live in the age of the IoT and the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, the cloud. All those things really require some expertise in software development, right? So applications and software options are constantly evolving, right? So the thing is that companies, organizations love software developers for both their technical ability and their creative energy. So you are mixing technical plus creative. That's just awesome, right? So developers, create code for new software and application projects. But the thing is that what's even better is that, and this is the reason why there's always growth in this industry. The thing is that they have to also work on maintaining and updating current programs, right? So if you want to jump into this field, if you have an online bachelor's degree in computer science, this is the strongest asset you can ever have, and this will ensure job security. Right now, if you have, the more experience you have, the better, right? But as soon as you secure a bachelor's degree in computer science, you're good to go. The growth rate in this industry is 31%. Right, and the average salary is $105,000 per year. Next job, speech language pathologist. Now, speech language pathologists they occupy a very critical role in society. This is a job that is underreported, but that merits more highlights, because a speech pathologist is in a unique position. He or she works with adults and children who have communications issues due to a disorder or disability. The thing is that the majority of speech language pathologists work in school districts, right? And some of them will work also in healthcare facilities as well as private practices. Now, if you want to get into this industry, it's better to have a master's degree in speech language pathology from an accredited online degree program. Now, the thing is that a lot of states, in the union, you have 40 out of 50 states that require licensing for speech practices for speech therapists to practice. So the thing is that just make sure that you are aware of that. Now, the growth rate is 18%, and the average salary is 78%. The average salary is $78,000 per year. The thing is that speech language pathologists actually some people can charge up to $75 per hour. So the thing is that either they're employed full-time by a school district, or they just sort of work on a part-time basis. If they have to charge, they charge somewhere from $40 to $75 per hour. We will be right back right after this. Welcome back, folks, to Sweetie Key, with the world's most popular infotainment show. I hope you're having a blast so far. We really are enjoying this show because we're talking about money, and just sort of give you again the framework of this show. In today's program, I am revealing distance learning secrets as well as 50 highest paying online degrees you can quickly complete that are affordable and respected, start anytime, accept financial aid, are accredited nationally, and are recognized by employers globally. Whether you're trying to find a job, get a promotion, or excel in a new career, you can use web-powered education to achieve your career development goals. Studying online gives you more flexibility, as you can fit your work schedule and your hobbies around your work more easily and have access to a wider catalog of courses. Besides, you can choose the learning environment that works best for your needs, be it your local gym, the cafe across the street, the local library, your bedroom, your study, or in the nearest park. Studying online is also cheaper because you pay nothing for housing or transportation. Now, let's delve into the latest list of the 50 highest paying online degrees. I've already told you about 15. Now let's move on to number 16, right? Now, number 16, management analyst. Now, analysts, you need them in all kinds of industries and even in the nonprofit sector, right? So basically, management analysts, they're sometimes called management consultant, right? So what they do is they provide advice, they help companies improve their operations. They have to take a top to bottom look at an organization. They can work on as advisors, consultant, and they give recommendation on how to improve different facets of a business operation. So a lot of management analysts, they can be self-employed or they can work for a larger consulting firm. Now, if you have an online bachelor's degree or even better MBA, this is the best way for you to get into the industry. So once you have an MBA, you can gain experience within a consultancy before branching out, and you can start from there your own consulting business, right? And career growth is huge in this industry. So growth rate is 18.7%, and the average salary is $85,000 per year. Number 17, information security analyst. So as you can see, this is every year we hear about, hacking into companies, even hacking into government systems. That's crazy, right? So we hear more news about, companies and banks being victims of cyber attacks. So data security in this context has become a top concern for any company, not just company, all organizations, including government agencies. So information security analysts perform a wide array of jobs, including monitoring security threats on the network and taking steps to prevent or mitigate any data breaches. So you can get an online associate's degree, an online associate or bachelor's degree. The thing is that it's just better to start with the bachelor's degree, because it will give you the comprehensiveness you need to be able to help a company, not only in terms of thwart online threats, but also create and review or curate software programs designed to negate risk to an information system. So you can work for the government, you can work for the private sector. It doesn't really matter. You can work for a nonprofit, and the thing is that this is a well-paid job, and the growth rate is there. So definitely a good bet. So growth rate 28%, average salary $98,000. Not bad at all. So statisticians. I got it. Statistics specialists. Let's just say it this way. Now, a statistician is a very, very important, basically important to today's economy, because a statistician will basically, use his or her knowledge of math, of statistics, and technology. So the thing is that a statistician is needed to assist in the gathering of data and the analysis of such data, right? So this kind of profiles, you can see them in the private sector and the public sector. Right now, the best online degrees to get a job as a statistician is a bachelor's or master's in statistics, right? So, and you can even work in the scientific sector or government agencies, and some companies, especially big pharma or the educational institutions like institutions, they might require you to have a master's degree in statistics. All right. So the job growth for a statistician is 34%. Not bad at all. And the average salary of a statistician is $85,000 per year. Medical secretaries. Now, medical secretaries are really, this is another highly sought after profession in the healthcare field. This is very important because medical secretaries do a lot of jobs, and they are employed in every healthcare facility, right? Be it hospital, clinic, physician office, the whole 9 yards. So they do, a medical secretary should have a great understanding of things like medical billing, right? Appointment scheduling, insurance policies, client referrals, and so on and so forth. So if you want to get into this industry, make sure you earn an online associate degree in medical office administration. All right, if you can pursue a bachelor, that's even better. Now the growth rate here is 22.5%, and the average salary is $43,000 per year. Job number 20, solar technology installers. Now this is, we live in a global era where global warming is very important. People are shifting, resources. Government are shifting their attention onto renewable sources of electricity, of energy, and solar energy has just been booming here. So basically, if you want to get into this kind of industry, this is the best time for it, because solar installers, especially photovoltaic installers, they are needed to assemble, install, and maintain solar panels, right? So if you are an installer, you need to have a good understanding of how solar modules operate, and you also must have solid knowledge about electrical systems. The thing is that online schools that are accredited, they will prepare you to earn both, if you want, an undergraduate degree or even master's degree in solar technology. Some schools even call it sustainable energy. So, according to BLS, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, there is a crazy boom right now because the growth rate in the next 10 years is estimated to be 105%. All right, so once you get that degree, you will have no problem securing a position, that's for sure. And the average salary for entry level is $65,000 per year. Now, for those who, for top installers, a six-figure number is not unusual. You see it all the time. People are making money. People are making a killing in this industry. All right, I'll be right back right after this. Welcome back, folks, to Sweetie Key with the world's largest infotainment show. I'm very happy to have you here. I hope you are enjoying this beautiful list of the 50 highest paying, the 50 degrees, online degrees that lead to highest paying jobs. And I hope that you are, learning something out of this. If you are learning, please smash the like button. I want you to smash the hell out of the like button right now. Share this content so somebody else can benefit from it. Comment below, give us your experience, your tips, your tricks, your tactics here, and please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button so that we can continually push to you wonderful content like this one, right? Before we forget and before I continue, I want to give a shout out to some beautiful listeners and viewers and fans all over America, specifically in South Dakota. We have Edward Robertson in Porcupine, South Dakota, Chloe Cox in Rapid City, South Dakota, and Jameson Nicholson in Pierre, South Dakota. Thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate it. Let's move on to job 21, Operations Research Analyst. Now, Operations Research Analyst, they do a similar job as a data analyst, right? Because they are both involved in examining trends and data and identifying potential problem areas and finding ways to fix those problems, right? So what they do is they utilize simulation models to uncover deficiencies and inefficiencies in operational processes, and they work to mitigate, eliminate, or thwart those deficiencies. So when it comes to operations research analyst, if you're looking for an online degree, it's better to start at the bachelor or even master's level. This is the degree the online degree that would allow you to make some good living. So the growth rate in the industry is 27%, and the average salary is $88,000 per year. Job number 22, genetic counselors. Now, in the last 2 or 3 decades, the field of genetic research has experienced, according to several news reports, and particularly from BLS own estimation, has experienced, formidable growth. So, you have more people in the United States and Canada are seeking out genetic counselors to evaluate their risk for potential health issues. So, as a genetic counselor, what you do is that you use blood work to check for markers that show mutations, that could ultimately put a person or their children at risk for a number of genetic disorders. So, as a counselor, as a genetic counselor, not only should you have medical knowledge, but you also have to have some kind of, emotional intelligence, right? Because you need to be able to counsel families on results, right? So, at a minimum here, schools will want you to, online colleges and universities will want you to have a master's degree in genetics. All right, so the growth rate here is 29%, and the average salary is $80,000, $80,000 a year. Number 23, job number 23, nurse practitioners. Now, nurse practitioners are basically, they have the highest level, a higher level of advanced training and responsibility when you compare them to RN. So, NPs are ahead of RNs. So, nurse practitioner, for instance, has similar duties as a physician, and she can diagnose and treat medical conditions, And on top of that, actually, he or she, because, yes, he or she is also licensed to prescribe medication. So in the field, really, when you think about it, like our nurse practitioner can work, she works or he works in a general practice, and she can do that for several years to obtain a specialty. So accredited online degree programs will require you, if you want to get into this industry, to complete master's level nursing courses for graduation. And after you're done, you will be required to pass a national certification examination before you enter the field. But you know what? All those things are preparing you for a great future, a great career, because check this out. The growth rate is 36%, and the average salary is $115,000 per year. Number 24, mathematicians. Now, as a mathematician, you have a wide array of career options to choose from. That's just insane. The choice is so large that I'm just jealous. Now, if you're a mathematician, you can become a professor or a teacher, right? You can work in a high school or in college or university, right? Or if you don't like teaching, you can get a job as a computer programmer or a data analyst, right? I mean, the choice is just insane. It's insanely large. Now, online school programs will provide a number of major options for you if you're interested in becoming a mathematician. There are a lot of fields. You have you have a lot of topics, a lot of concentration. So no matter what degree you have, you can concentrate in one. So it can be math models, it can be formulas, it can be logical reasoning, it could be data analysis. Again, the choice is insanely large. So now, if you want to get a bachelor's degree, that may limit you a little bit, as you will not be able to work you can work as a teacher in high school, or you can actually work in a company. But if you were to get a master's degree, this is even better. And you can the best combo here is you can get a bachelor's degree in math and get a master's degree in statistics, right? So you are a mathematician but also a statistician, right? So, and that will just get you ready for a six-figure salary for sure. So the growth rate in the industry is 30%, and the average salary is $125,000 per year. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Job number 25 is physician assistant. Now, as a physician assistant, you will work, you basically practice medicine in tandem with a team of nurses and physicians. All right. So, typically a PA, physician assistant, can access and treat patients in a wide area of settings, including hospitals, clinics, and doctor's office. So for this, to be a PA, the best online degrees is through an accredited college that offers graduate level courses. This is because this is very important. So you want to get a master's degree, a master's in physician assistance, and each state, this is very important. You need to check with the state where you live. Each state also requires a physician assistant to be licensed. So you need to get licensure here. All right. Now the growth rate is huge, 37%, and the average salary $104,860. All right, $104,860. That's just fantastic. And we'll be right back right after this. Welcome back, folks, to Sweaty Kiwi. We're just still having a lot of fun here, talking about jobs, talking about money, how to improve your life, how to learn online, how to get an online degree from an accredited college. This is very important. Just want to give a little bit of context around this list here. I want to remind, for those who just joined, that we are going over the top 50 highest paying online degrees that you can quickly complete. Now, welcome to our compilation of the 50 online degrees leading to the highest paying jobs. These degrees are affordable and respected, start anytime, accept financial aid, and most important, are accredited nationally and recognized by employers globally. We have derived the job data from industry reports, including information from the U.S. Department of Labor's Bureau of Labor Statistics, as well as consolidated research from LinkedIn, Glassdoor, and Monster. We looked at occupations with the highest and fastest job market growth rates. In addition, we investigated online degree programs that students should pursue and complete quickly. Understandably, most of the jobs are in healthcare, business, finance, criminal justice, technology, and education. These fields are currently experiencing competitive shifts and periods of rapid change, and all have a shortage of qualified professionals. Please note that the jobs listed in this compilation are not in alphabetical order. Okay. Now, job number 20. Where were we? Pum, 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 pum. All right. Job number 26. All right. Home health, personal care aides. Now, if you want to get into this industry, you will have a very interesting job to do, because you will work directly with individuals who need personal care on a temporary or permanent basis, right? I mean, the idea here is not to provide medical assistance, but instead you want to help with daily living tasks, right? Such as eating, bathing, dressing, sometimes cooking, that kind of stuff. So you can get an online associate nursing degree program, and this will help you to become a CNA, right? So a certified nursing assistant. Now, the growth rate in this industry is huge, also 47%, and the average salary is $48,210 per year. Not bad. Number 27, electrical engineering technologist. Some people call it electrical engineering technician. Those two phrases are interchangeable. So, this is one of the best online courses of study, especially if you want to apply engineering principles to hands-on projects, right? And if you train in electrical engineering technology, you can be very good. You can become very good at troubleshooting a wide variety of electrical components and systems. You can even build them, you can calibrate them, and you can troubleshoot them. Isn't that wonderful? And what's even better is that this brings a lot of ka-ching to your bank account. So online programs usually will require you to complete a bachelor's degree, and they cover things like industrial safety, computer aided drafting, what is called CAD. They use CAD software, signal processing, and circuit theory, right? And the thing here is that you can even work on very cool projects, because you can help in the production of anything from medical equipment to mobile phones, right? So you can finally crack the code of an iPhone. When you do, please call me, because I'm really kind of interested in knowing exactly what's happening with the iPhone. So let's be serious here. So the growth rate in the electrical engineering technician industry is 18%, and the average salary is $79,350 per year. Let's move on. Job 28, networking technology engineers. Now, we live in the era of cloud, right? We live in the era of cloud, artificial intelligence, IoT, Internet of Things, and the list goes on. So as a networking technology engineer, you will need to develop the skills needed to install, configure, maintain, and repair very critical computer networks that all organizations use. And it doesn't matter whether it is a private business or a nonprofit or government agencies. All organizations rely on computer networks. So as a network and technology programmer or engineer, you will provide instructions in topics like routing and switching, cloud computing, information security, network design, and usually you just need a bachelor's degree and you can work anywhere in a wide range of industries, right? And the growth rate here is 28%, 23% rather, my fault here, 23%. And the average salary is $73,000 per year. Not bad at all, not bad at all. 29, paralegal. Now, as a paralegal, you play a key role in the legal process, right? Because those online programs will teach you how to conduct research, how to prepare documents, file appeals, review trial transcripts, that kind of good stuff. And the thing is that you can even, depending on the program, but most programs do, you can receive training in things like contract law, civil law, criminal law, and family law, right? So the thing is that, and this is good to know, just FYI, some online programs require you to complete an internship, but it's all worth it. You need to have a bachelor's degree in paralegal studies, but it's all worth it because guess what? The growth rate is 18%, and the average salary is $58,000 per year. Job number 30, industrial organizational psychologist. I've never heard about this job before doing the research on this show, doing the preparation for this show. It sounds very good, like IOP, industrial. Hi, my name is this, and I'm an industrial organizational psychologist. Sounds really good. So what do you do exactly? So the thing is, if you apply online for this kind of degree, basically, the degree is called an online degree in psychology or master's degree in industrial psychoanalysis. And the thing is that basically, this is you help organizations from a psychology perspective. In other words, you look at things that look at workers, or also you assist in defining the company culture. You work a lot with HR, with senior management. So it's a very, very comprehensive field. And the thing is that, if you have an online psychology degree, it's is respected just as much as traditional degrees. You want to make sure that you get it from an accredited institution, right? And the growth rate in this industry is 23%, and the average salary is $98,000 per year. Not bad at all. We'll be right back right after this. Welcome back, folks. We're still here going through the list of the top 50 highest paying degrees, or the top 50 degrees that lead to highest paying jobs. And what were we? Are we at 40, 50? Are we there yet? No, not yet. Okay. Job number 31. Oh, before I talk about job number 31, I want to give a shout out to Jordan Lloyd. He is in Rural Hill, Tennessee, Catherine Fraser in Nashville, Tennessee, of course, and Logan Welsh in Knoxville, Tennessee. Beautiful city of Knoxville. I was there 3 years ago. Fantastic. Now, quickly want to tell you that the next job is Management Information System Expert. Now, if you work in MIS, basically you are doing something critical for the organization. Why? Because a management information system expert basically is a middleman between business and technology, right? And those online programs that you want to take, they focus on how to use computer systems to make an organization's operations more effective and efficient, right? So you would study things like database design, project management, business ethics, security, network infrastructure, usability. A lot of good stuff, right? So the thing is that once you get a degree here, ultimately you will be required to analyze and improve business processes through technology. But it's all worth it because the growth rate is there, 35%, and the average salary is a lot of ka-ching, $145,000 per year. Not bad at all, not bad at all. Biomedical engineers is the next job categories at 32, number 32. Now, biomedical engineers have a similar sort of, their job profile is sort of analogous to what the management information systems experts do, because biomedical engineers are actually bridging engineering and medicine. So basically, this kind of job trains you to use engineering principles to solve biological problems. So, for instance, if you go to if you want to enroll in an online bachelor's degree at an accredited institutions, you can learn how to design things like pacemakers, artificial body parts, imaging devices, right? And the curriculum might cover something like biomechanics, quantitative physiology, artificial intelligence. This is fantastic, right? So the growth rate is just phenomenal, folks. Phenomenal. If you are hearing this, I want you to take notes, because I'm going to wait for you to take note. The growth rate is, drum roll, 153% over the next 10 years. Are you listening? Are you listening? I can't hear you. I cannot hear you. 153% over the next 10 years, according to LinkedIn, BLS, the Department of Labor, and the average salary is $92,000. So you better really jump on that job right now. Okay? I am not going to accept people telling me, "Oh, I am unemployed." No, you're not. Go and become a biomedical engineer, for God's sake. Number 33. Another good one. Economist, right? So basically, economists usually, if you want to become an economist and you want to take an online degree, you want to pursue an online degree, it's just better to go for a master's degree, because this is what's going to help you get a better job and a better paid job. So the thing is that there are a lot of opportunities in economics. You can work in academia, you can work for the government, you can work at a bank, at a public bank, the Federal Reserve. You can work at a private bank. You can teach. Academia is the teaching. You can actually do a lot of stuff, right? You can be a consultant. It's just crazy, all the opportunities that are out there. So an online degree at a reputable institution will offer courses in things like advanced economic theory, statistics, math, financial analysis, econometrics, this kind of stuff, right? So you will learn how to make high-level business decisions based on economic data. Okay, the growth rate in this industry is 13%, and the average salary is $132,000 per year. Not bad at all. Some good ka-ching. Data scientist, number 34. Right, so data scientists also are doing a lot of good things. Again, we are in the era of cloud, right? We are in the era of cloud. So basically, this sort of job profiles are needed, right? So a data scientist is, he or she really helps gather insights from a mass of complex data. All right. So basically, through things like through in-depth training in analytics, visualization, computer programming, machine learning, statistics, you can learn how to mine data, in order to identify meaningful trends, patterns, priorities, correlations, interrelationships, this kind of stuff. So usually, you can only get this through a bachelor's degree, for instance, in a STEM field, science, technology, engineering, or math, right? So if you have a bachelor's degree in computer science or statistics, that's pretty good. And the growth rate here is 18%, and the average salary is $125,000 per year. Job number 35. Are we there yet? No, we still have 16 to go. Okay. I'm loving this. I'm just loving this. Woo-hoo. Now, let's talk about number 35. Engineering managers. Now, this is another good one, right? You need to have, if you want to get into this position, to this field, you want to pursue a bachelor's degree at an online accredited institution, and you want to get a bachelor's degree in engineering management. The thing here is that the curriculum will cover things like engineering law, quality control, process measurement, and project management. And engineer managers, what do they really do? Well, you're trying to get the understanding of the business at a very high level, and what you're trying to do is you want to combine people and business skills to supervise and oversee engineering projects, right? Could be something in construction, of building or residential, or construction of highways, or any kind of project where you have an engineering expertise. This is where engineering expertise is needed. So the growth rate in this industry is 23%, and the average salary is $145,000 per year. A lot of ka-ching. I love ka-ching. Woo-hoo. All right, we'll be right back right after this. Welcome back, folks, to Sweetie Kiwi, the world's largest infotainment show. Thank you so much for sticking around and going through this list with us. We are having fun. We love this sort of content. We love this sort of list, that helps you identify how to make more ka-ching, how to better your career profile, your career prospects, how to move ahead, how to get ahead. This is what we're here for. Now, if you like this kind of content, if you do like it, then we love you. Please subscribe right now and hit the bell notification so you are kept in the loop whenever we drop a cool jam, a cool show like this one. And we do this every single day, rain or shine. Well, sometimes when it rains and we are lazy, we just drop like once a day or twice a day. But mostly we drop 3 times a day, 4 times a day, once a day. It doesn't really matter. It's all about inspiration and resource availability. Please like this show. I want you to smash that like button right now if you enjoy the show, you enjoy the content. Share the content with somebody else, because people need to know about this kind of info to get a job and be comfortable in life. This is a public service for us. This is a public service announcement. Please share this data and comment below. Give us your experience about online degrees, how you are able to advance in life with an online degree, get a job. Tell us the field where you're studying in. Share the intellectual wealth with the Sweetie Kiwi community. And lastly, please watch the ads that are inserted throughout this show, because this show is ad supported, and we need to have the resources to finance trips to sites where we conduct interviews, we do research, we do investigation. We need to expand the production team of this show to be able to offer you more and more and more quality content affordably and free. Actually, not affordably, it's free content, but quality. All right. Now, before I move to job number 36, let me first give like the sort of context we are talking from here. In today's program, I'm trying to reveal to you distance learning secrets, as well as 50 highest paying online degrees you can quickly complete that are affordable and respected, start anytime, accept financial aid, are accredited nationally, and are recognized by employers globally. Whether you are trying to find a new job, get a promotion, or excel in a new career, you can use web-powered education to achieve your career development goals. Now, studying online gives you more flexibility, right? As you can fit your own work schedule and your hobbies around your coursework more easily and have access to a wider catalog of courses. Besides, you can choose the learning environment that works best for your needs, be it your local gym, the cafe across the streets, the local library, your bedroom, your study, or in the nearest park. Studying online is also cheaper because, think about it, you pay nothing for housing or transportation. Let's delve now into the latest list of 50 highest paying online degrees. We've already covered 35. Now let's move on to number 36. What is number 36? Where are you? Where are you? Okay. Nurse anesthetist. Now, anesthetists are very important here. People saying that, oh, well, if you have a degree, a master's degree in nurse anesthesia, it's well enough. Yes, but even a bachelor's degree will do the job. This is this is the best online degree for a higher paying job. Let me repeat that. A master's degree concentrating on nurse anesthesia or a bachelor's degree concentrating on nurse anesthesia is the best online degree to get for a high paying job. And check this out. A nurse anesthetist is he gets a lot of ka-ching all the way. You want to know the salary here? I'm not going to tell you right now, but the thing is that once you complete the degree, right, first you have to look for a very accredited and reputable online institution, right? And basically you have to complete the degree, but once you do, you will have to pass a certification exam to become a certified registered nurse anesthetist, and they're called the CRNA. And the thing is that you have to, it's good for people who are already registered nurses and they want to move up the ladder. And once you do, you will get some bonanza here, because the growth rate in this industry is 10%, but the average salary is $175,000. $175,000. All right. Job number 37. Public relations specialist. Now, if you work for, if you want to help shape a company's public image, you can certainly do this, through an online degree and have a comfortable salary. That's for sure. Now, not as much as a nurse anesthetist, of course, but it's still, decent salary here. And if you have a public relations degree programs, if you enroll in such a program, you will learn everything from media literacy to crisis management to promotion, marketing, and communication, which is pretty interesting too, right? Now, the thing is that a lot of online degree programs will require that students, after graduating or upon graduation, get practical experience with an agency, right? So if you are a PR specialist, if you want to become a PR specialist, you will enter an industry where the growth rate is 14% and the average salary is $65,000. Next, job number 38, aviation management specialist, sometimes called airport managers or airport deputy managers. So if you want to get into this program, there's a lot of opportunities here, because you can learn, you can get courses in aviation specific topics like airport design, fleet management, architectural strategy, this kind of thing. Or you can also, and you are getting some training in general business concepts such as marketing, accounting, finance, and operations management, right? You only need a bachelor's degree in aviation management. So with the bachelor's degree, an online bachelor's degree, you are good to go. You are going to enter an industry where the growth rate is 23% and the average salary is $68,000 per year. Number 39, one of my favorite, video game designers. So, as we all know, the US market for video games will be worth, by some estimates, $50 billion by 2030. $50 billion in 10 years. All right, $50 billion. So it's really, there is a lot of ka-ching to make there. So a lot of graduates of game design programs, they go on to earn impressive salaries, right? So if you want to enroll in this sort of online degree, just be aware that the course is very fast-paced. You have to be creative. You have to be good at programming. So because the curriculum covers things like game conceptualization, prototyping, programming, scripting, modeling, animation, storyboarding, not a boring story here, storyboarding, play mechanics, and this kind of good stuff. So, this is just to give you an idea that you have to be creative, you have to be good at, not only you have to be creative, but also good at math, because you're going to model, you're going to program, that kind of stuff, right? So the growth rate in this industry is 28%. And the average salary is $75,000 per year. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Sports agent. If you love sports like I do, if you love watching it, because I love watching it, but not necessarily to do it, but I still need to work in that. I need to go to the gym. When was the last time I went to the gym? When was the last time I went to the gym? That's a good question. I cannot even remember. My body cannot even remember. All right. Where were we? We have number 40, sports agent. Now, if you want to get into sports management programs online, you will need to have a good foundation of business knowledge, right? As it relates to the world of athletics. You will also learn things like management, marketing, facility design, personal branding or athlete branding, finance, this kind of stuff, right? So you can really either pursue a bachelor's degree in sports management, or if you want to go a little further, if you already have an undergrad degree, you can pursue a graduate course, and upon graduation, you can work in event management, you can represent players, you can do administration, you can do fundraising, and the growth is there. The growth in the industry is there. So you have growth rate of 17% in the next 10 years. And the average salary is $76,000 per year. Awesome. We'll be right back right after this. Welcome back, folks, to Sweaty Kiwi, the world's most popular infotainment show. We are very happy to have you here. We are just distilling a lot of good stuff today. I'm just so excited because I love this kind of info. I hope you are loving it too. If you do, give us a big like, and just subscribe to our channel, share the content, comment below. We want to see some activity, some engagement, some interactions among our community members. The Sweaty Kiwi Show is the world's largest infotainment show. Now, job number 41, right? So before I just talk about 41, let me just quickly give a shout out to Jonathan Jordan. He is in Bailey, Texas. Rosie Lowe, she is in Austin, Texas. And Thomas Price, Dallas Fort Worth, beautiful city of Dallas Fort Worth. We love this city. Again, this is in Texas. So Thomas, Rosie, and Jonathan, we love you. We love your families all the way from Texas. Number 41, technical communication specialist. So if you are, this is basically being a technical writer or this kind of stuff. So if you love anything if you love anything relating to editing, multimedia technology, writing, documentation design, technical communications, this kind of stuff, you might want to pursue an online degree in technical communication specialty. What you would do really as a technical writer is that you will basically articulate complex technical information and transform it into readable, engaging content, right? So some online programs might even allow you to specialize in writing for a specific industry, for instance, healthcare or software development. And the growth rate here is 11%, and the average salary per year, $75,000. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. We have animators. Yes, animators. Now, animation programs, what do? They help you. If you want to become an animator, those online programs will help you develop the skills and expertise to bring animated characters to life in movies, video games, and TV commercials, right? The thing is that these programs will give you a very deep grounding in the principles of design and the fundamentals of storytelling. So if a typical curriculum will cover things like animation production, drawing, storyboarding, special effects, character modeling, and so on and so forth. The growth rate in the industry is 23%, and the average salary is $75,000 per year. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Supply chain management specialist. Now, basically, supply chain is a very good one because it's a job that is constantly in demand, right? So a typical online curriculum will include things like quality management, purchasing, distribution, and order processing. If you want to get into this sort of online degree, I would strongly encourage you to seek a bachelor's degree. All right. And the thing is that supply chain management specialists, what they do is they help organizations get both raw materials and finished products from where they are to where they need to be. This is what it is. It's all it is. And the growth rate in the industry is 38%. And the average salary is $90,000 per year. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Fantastic. Now, database management specialist. The thing is that, in this day and age, we understand that the world's, the global marketplace produces gazillions of terabytes of data, right? We are awash in digital info. So the thing is that the whole wild world needs database management specialists, because these are people who can design, implement, and optimize the system that store all the data that we are producing. This is why they're just making so much money. So if you enroll in an online database management program, you will study everything from network management to programming logic to database development to data mining and cloud computing. All right. So basically, after you study that, you will be so freakingly adept at improving the effectiveness of database tools. So go for it. All right. Growth rate here is 32%. Average salary, $95,000. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Job number 35. 35. Are we there yet? No. I think it's job number 45. 35. All right. Construction managers. Now, you understand that if you want to oversee the building of a house, road, or bridge, you want to get involved. You want to get enrolled right now in an online construction management program, because they will serve you the whole 9 yards. You will get a lot of good training. You can study things like you can study design theory, building codes, material properties, and you can learn how to estimate principles, right? You will also learn how to communicate with co-workers or your subordinates. You will learn how to control costs, how to manage projects, and it's better to seek a bachelor's degree in construction management. The growth rate in the industry is 12%. The average salary, $95,000 per year. We'll be right back right after this. Welcome back, folks. I hope you are doing fantastic, because I am doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous. Now, let's move on to the last 5 parts of this 50 top, highest paying job. Now, before I do, let me quickly just sort of give you the context in which we are operating from here, so you have an idea of what we're talking about. Now, in today's program, I am revealing distance learning secrets, as well as 50 highest paying online degrees you can quickly complete that are affordable and respected, start anytime, accept financial aid, are accredited nationally, and are recognized by employers globally. Now, whether you're trying to find a new job, get a promotion, or excel in a new career, you can use web-powered education to achieve your career development goals. Studying online gives you more flexibility, as you can fit your work schedule, and your hobbies for that matter, around your coursework more easily, and have access to a wider catalog of courses. Besides, you can choose the learning environment that works best for your needs, be it your local gym, the cafe around the streets, the local library, your bedroom, your study, or in the nearest park. Studying online is also cheaper because you pay nothing for housing or transportation. Think about it, right? Now, let's delve into the last 5 out of the list of 50 highest paying online degrees. Now, number 46, cybersecurity ethical specialist. That's what people call now ethical hacker. This is kind of funny name, but I love it. It's I am an ethical hacker. Hi, I am John Doe, and I am an ethical hacker. I'm not a bad guy. I love hacking, but I love hacking for the good reasons. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. Now, let's just talk about, basically, the cybersecurity ethical specialists do a good job. They do a lot of good job, because what they do is that they work in industries ranging from healthcare to banking to retail, and they provide the foundation, the robust foundation needed to protect the organization's information systems and data. This is very important, right? So if you enroll in a cybersecurity program online, you will learn, for instance, how to identify potential security risks, and you can take steps to mitigate or defend against malicious attacks. Sometimes you might be even involved in counterattacking, so attacking the attacker, right? So online courses in this field will help you understand concepts such as ethical hacking, penetration testing, network protocols, system architecture, and operating systems. The growth rate here is humongous. So we are talking about 45%. And the average salary is $105,000. So this is $105,000 per year. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Now, number 47, health services manager. Right. So basically, if you want to get into, the management of, key healthcare facilities such as hospitals and clinics, and you want to help run them smoothly and effectively, then you can expect to make some serious money, right? Because online healthcare administration program, they will cover everything from finance to software applications to management to healthcare law and policy and to informatics. So once you graduate here, now again, the required degree here is a bachelor's degree in healthcare administration. Once you graduate, you can develop strong knowledge in healthcare specific business strategies, and the growth rate is there, 32%. Average salary, $110,000 per year. Number 48, human resources manager. Now everybody loves HR, right? I love HR. I love HR managers, by the way. So the programs, if when you enroll in an online HR management program, you are helping a company manage talent. Its most important asset, people, right? So you are going to explore various issues related to labor relations, occupational safety, employee satisfaction, employee retention and attrition, that kind of stuff. You will learn about also things like organizational behavior, employee training, recruitment, compensation and benefits administration. The list goes on. So the thing is that once you graduate from your online degree, you can pursue professional certification, right? To just to increase your employability, right? And the growth rate here is also solid. It's 18%. The average salary is $115,000 per year. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I love it. I love it. Job number 49, digital marketing manager, right? So if you are a digital marketing manager, again, we are in the era of SEO, CPM, all this sort of nice acronyms. SEO stands for search engine optimization, CPM stands for cost per mille, CPC, whatever, all those. And you have social media, you have so a digital marketing manager is critical in nowadays. And you can work, if you enroll in this sort of program, you can work in various fields. You can work for a company, you can work for a government and a nonprofit. You can work for an entrepreneur who wants to launch an online store. You can work in a gazillion number of fields. All right. Now, the online program, the curriculum includes topics such as promotional strategy, product management, social media strategy, communication, market analysis. And this is very important. And you can get a bachelor's degree or master's degree in digital marketing. The growth rate here is 32% for digital marketing managers. Average salary, just check this out. $145,000 per year. $145,000 per year. Not bad at all. Now, and the last but not the least, we have project managers. Now, project managers actually they fuse very diverse elements of technology and businesses, right, to help companies reach their goals, implement new programs and new technologies, run tasks and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to have and in addition to that, if you want to study, let's say you want to study project management online, you are going to be exposed to topics such as networks, infrastructure, security, business ethics, project management, task analysis, this kind of stuff. And a project manager, the growth rate in that industry is 23%. The average salary is $108,000. Not bad at all. All right, we'll be right back right after this. Welcome back, folks, to Sweaty Kiwi, the world's largest infotainment show. I'm glad you're still around. I've had a wonderful, it was my pleasure to share this sort of list with you. And we are going to recap, but before we do, I want to quickly just you want to stick around because I will be giving you a pro tip that will just blow your mind, and I'll also give you a CTA, a call to action, that will help you really get to the kind of end goal that you want. So you want to stick around. So quickly, Jude Austin in North Salt Lake, Utah, we love you. Harriet Kelly in Salt Lake City, Utah, we love you. And James Parker in Provo, Utah, we love you too. Thank you so much for your love, and we love you all the way there to Utah. We love your families. Thank you so much. Now let's talk about recap here. In today's list, I've given you 50, online degrees that lead to high-paying job that you can complete quickly. And I'm gonna quickly go through the list again. Web designer, number 1, 2. Accountants and auditors, number 3. Registered nurses, number 4. Occupational therapists, number 5. General and operations managers, number 6. Financial managers, number 7. Medical and health services managers, number 8. Market research and analyst, number 9. Fire science professionals, number 10. Teachers and instructors. Number 11. Licensed practical and licensed vocational nurses. Number 12. Physical therapists. Number 13. Medical assistants. Number 14. Software developers. Number 15. Speech language pathologist. 16. Management analyst. 17. Information security analyst. 18. Statisticians. 19. Medical secretaries. 20. Solar technology installers. 21. Operations research analyst. 22. Genetic counselors. 23. Nurse practitioners. 24. Mathematicians. 25. Physician assistant. 26. Home health personal care aides. 27. Electrical engineering technologist. 28. Networking technology engineers. 29. Paralegals. 30. Industrial and organizational psychologists. 31. Management information system experts. 32. Biomedical engineers. 33. Economist. 34. Data scientist. 35. Engineering managers. 36. Nurse anesthetists. 37. Public relations specialist. 38. Aviation management specialist. 39. Video game designers. 40. Sports agent. 41. Technical communication specialist. 32. Animators. 43. Supply chain management specialist. 44. Database management specialist. 45. Construction managers. 46. Cybersecurity ethical specialist. 47. Health services manager. 48. Human resources managers. 49. Digital marketing specialist. And 50. Project managers. Fantastic. Now, let me just give you today the call to action, because every time we just share data with viewers and listeners and fans throughout the world, we want to give people a call to action, because we really believe that information is not power. Information that is not backed up by action is just pure lethargy. So the real action is the one that produces omnipotence, all powerfulness. When you start acting, that's when things happen. So today, I want to ask you to get a major goal. Identify the field you want to study in. Join a study team. An online study team, that is. Treat online study like a job. Make a thorough study plan for your online degree. Manage time wisely. Have dedicated study blocks as you pursue your online degree. Eliminate all distractions. Limit social media. Use available online resources. Break down tasks and priorities. And once you are able to do that, you can succeed very quickly in your online degree. All right? And this is basically the best way to do this. Now, this is basically the end, folks. Really appreciate your attention. Appreciate that you having this adventure with me, and it was just fantastic. And oh yeah, we still have a pro tip. That's true. And here is today's pro tip here. All right, I'll be right back right after this. All right, folks. Now, today's pro tip is very simple. Whenever you want to engage in an online degree program, Make sure that you're mentally engaged at all times. Learn to take breaks. And while you pursue your online degree, connect with others both offline and online, of course, by limiting the social media presence, right? And reward yourself from time to time. That was the Sweetie Kiwi Show, the world's largest infotainment show. Thank you so much for your attention. And remember, stay marvelous. See you next time.